Hey, I'm Anais Lucia here with Breezeway Productions at the LA Film Festival for the premiere of Ghostlight. We have some great interviews that I'm sure you're going to love them.
I'm John Stimpson. I'm the director and writer of Ghostlight.
So, for those who haven't seen the film, can you talk a bit about what the film's about?
Absolutely. It's a haunted comedy about a misfit Shakespearean troupe that unleashed the curse of Macbeth, the Scottish play. Forgive me. We're not inside the theater, so it's okay.
What made you want to tell this story?
I've always thought that the superstitions in the theater were the most fascinating thing. Kind of next to baseball, the people in the theater believe and take so seriously these wonderful superstitions. You know, Ghostlight being one of the most well known, where you always have to leave that ghost light on the stage, or the spirits will come in. But then I thought, well, shoot, what would happen if somebody really unleashed this curse, and how did it come to be, and did Shakespeare really do something? I know he used actual black magic incantations when he was writing the dialogue for the witches. So I wondered, well, okay, if there is a dark spiritual part of this, what is it? What happens? And so it was just so fun to imagine that and bring that to life in a fun and scary way.
And can you talk a little bit about your character in Ghostlight?
Yes, I play Henry Asquith, and Henry is the director of a traveling Shakespeare company. And so I spend most of the movie just trying to make sure that there aren't too many meltdowns and that we can actually put a show on.
Okay. And how did you end up getting involved? What attracted you to the film?
Well, what attracted me to the film was the director, John Stimpson, was somebody I've known since I was 18 years old, because we were singing cocktail waiters on Martha's Vineyard at the seafood shanty overlooking Chappaquiddick. Isn't that funny? So I found out that he knew that I was acting, and I knew that he was directing, and we didn't talk to each other for 30 years, and then suddenly he wrote me out of the blue and said, "How'd you like to be in my movie?" And I was like, "Are you kidding? Fantastic." So that's literally how it went down.
So I'm here with Steve Tom from the film Ghostlight.
That's me.
And can you talk a little bit about your character in the film?
Yes, I play an elderly, well, I wouldn't say elderly, but an older Shakespearean actor by the name of Elliot Wadsworth. And he's very, very English, very traditional, takes things, especially the theater, quite seriously. But the more you listen to him, the more you suspect that he might be faking the English accent. It's up to the audience to decide. We never really quite divulge whether that's true or not. But we sure had a lot of fun doing it, and working opposite Carol Kane as my love interest was a dream come true for me.
So what is a crazy, interesting story from the making of the film?
Oh, God. Crazy. I can't reveal most. I would truly have to kill you if I said those things. But I would say that it's making a movie is a process of moving between crisis and ecstasy. And so we had many crises, getting the right locations, and then actors having issues of not being able to get them there or whatever. Just the mechanical things. But in terms of the joy, casting, writing, shooting, post-production, I like all parts. It's all good.
Can you talk a bit about your character?
Sure. So my character's name is Annabelle Anderson. She's like kind of a young, light ingenue. She's very new kind of to the theater, to the troupe itself. It's a very experienced troupe. And so, yeah, I think she just brings some like lightness and some comedy, and she's just having a good time.
And how did you prepare?
How did I prepare for the role? I mean, it was easy to do. I mean, I think there's not so much of her that I think is, because it's easy to prepare as a novice, you know what I mean? I think we all have experience being just new to certain experiences, and so there's not so much to do to research for that, you know what I mean? To be a neophyte in some circumstances,
Oh, what was it like to work on this film?
Oh, it was a blast. It was a dream come true. Yeah, it was kind of surreal to walk into a room and it's like all these wonderful actors that I grew up watching, like comedy legends like Cary Elwes, Carol Kane, like Scott Adsit. It was surreal. It took a few weeks to get used to.
What would you tell people, if you can tell them one sentence to try to convince them to go see Ghostlight, what would you tell them?
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll kiss $15 goodbye. No, that's an old joke.
Perfect.
It's unusual. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before, I think, and I think you'll like it. Come see it.
So we got to talk to the director, producer, and some of the actors of Ghostlight. So stay tuned for more videos from the LA Film Festival from Breezeway Productions.